Spirit attachments. I wanted to make a video about spirit attachments, and it will end up being multiple parts. But I want to talk about spirit attachments because it's something that I've had a lot of experience with in my life, and I've had other people contact me and communicate with me about attachments that they've had. Now, if it's someone that I can see personally, that's something that I can help them with, but many times people are contacting me and there's no way for me to be able to see them personally. So these are just some things that you'll be able to do on your own if this is something that you experience. So first of all, what are spirit attachments? The spirit attachment would be a spirit that has nothing necessarily to do with you. For instance, like your spirit guide is technically an attached spirit to you, but that's a good one. That's one that you want to keep. So we're really talking about unwanted spirit attachments, which we're going to be talking about ghosts or demons. Now, there are other types of spirits, therefore other types of spirit attachments, and I'll just say those briefly for anyone that should ever happen to have this problem, and I hope it's no one. But other spirit guides belonging to other people can be attachments. Angels can be attachments. Gods can be attachments. And the wicked equivalent of a god is called Sons of Solomon. So let's hope no one ever has to deal with those. So we're just talking about ghosts and demons. A ghost is the soul of a human. So they become lost or abandoned when they don't go through their doorway home. The doorway opens, for whatever reason, they don't go through it, and then they're stuck for however long they are stuck for until someone finds them and can cross them over, which is not a common thing. So if they're stuck on this side, they're going to be here for a long time. Now, they could become attachments to people, places, or things. And we would consider a place haunted, an object haunted, or a person to be haunted. And the reasons I have found that to be is because perhaps that person that they are attached to, they feel like can help them in some way, which we'll discuss that more in depth later on. Or perhaps they're familiar to them somehow, maybe not actually in life, but they look like someone. They remind them of someone. I've seen that happen as well. A human spirit that is a ghost as an attachment is, for the most part, benevolent. They don't have that much energy. They're not evil just because they're stuck. It's grandma and grandpa, it's mom and dad, it's your cousins, whoever. They're just people. But ghosts do need energy, and they are looking for a source to draw energy from. And if they are attached to a person, then you are that source that they are drawing energy from. So while we don't mean any harm to our ghost friends, for them to be attached may not be the best situation, especially if you're experiencing some negative side effects because of that. I know a lot of times spirit activity in the house can just be very unsettling. There's nothing malicious to it, but footsteps from nowhere or objects moving and things can be, unsettling situations. But that would be one instance of what a spirit attachment is. Things you might experience would be being very tired, being upset, just feeling drained, kind of that thing, because what they're doing is they're feeding off of your energy. The other type of spirit attachment would be a demon, and this would be a malicious situation. A demon is an evil spirit that was at one time an angel. So we're talking about a spirit that was at one time very powerful. Demon has much more power than a ghost does, and their intent in becoming attached to a place or a person would be to feed off of the energy of people in that place or off of one specific person. Again, it's the reason why they do that is because they need energy. As a demon, no longer an angel, they have become disconnected from the divine light. All angels are connected to an eternal energy source called the divine light. And once a demon is basically convicted of crimes, they are then disconnected from that divine light that actually comes down to the crown chakra. So once that happens, their energy source has been cut off, and they also need to feed off of energy. This is definitely a situation that needs to end. So some symptoms of this might be tired, angry, violent, depressed, so many negative emotions. Someone might start to have thoughts of committing suicide, of causing harm or violence to people around them, to family members, things like that. And the reason why that is because demons feed off of not just energy, but the energy of emotions. So some demons like to feed off of fear. In that situation, they're going to cause fearful experiences so that they can then feed off of that emotion. Others like to cause violence because that's what they feed off of, the flavor of violence. And others feed off of lust. So they could cause a lot of lustful dreams. These would be known as incubus or succubus. Someone that experiences sleep paralysis is experiencing a demon feeding off of them. All sleep paralysis is a demon. Sleep paralysis is not the same as other types of sleep disorders. True sleep paralysis is caused by a demon. So now that we understand the types of spirits that are going to become attachments, I also want to discuss why. Why are certain people targets for paranormal activities or spirit attachments or sleep paralysis? And that is that not all humans are the same. Some have more energy than others. Usually this comes across through psychics. So psychics are people who have more energy, and they're also someone that can see, hear, feel spirits, whether that's a ghost or a demon. So if you're someone that can see, hear, feel spirits, for a ghost, you might be someone that can help them. And so they're seeking someone who can hear them, who can see them, who might be able to help them in some way. They're looking for help. And so they seek out individuals that look different, because psychics, the energy of psychics look different than everyone else. And they are trying to get your attention in some way. Even if you're not aware of how you might be able to help them in some way, you can. Even if you just let them know that they're there. It's very helpful. The same with demons. Demons are not just going to pick anybody out of a bunch. They're going to go for someone who has psychic energy. The reason is because they're looking for energy, and psychics are bigger batteries. Also, if you can see, hear, or feel them, that's just a way more fun game for them, because they are looking to torment people. And especially the ones that feed off of fear, violence, and lust, because they create situations that psychics are going to be more aware of and be more aware of them, and they enjoy the torment more. So if you are someone that is experiencing sleep paralysis, some kind of psychic, or some sort of like a spirit attachment, or the symptoms, or you draw paranormal experiences to you, then perhaps it will make perfect sense to you. You might be aware that you already have psychic abilities, and if not, that's something that you might need to be more focused on or draw your awareness to, is why you might be having that experience. And I guarantee you it's because you have some psychic ability. So I'm going to present multiple parts of what can be done about spirit attachments. And this will also include whether or not you have an attachment. Now, a demon can feed off of you without being attached to you, which is actually would be a slightly better situation. There's still steps you could take to prevent them from feeding off of you. And that basically what that means is they're not solely attached to you, but they feed off of your energy. They go to someone else, feed off of their energy, and someone else and feed off of their energy, almost like a hummingbird feeds off of nectar. But more than likely they'll return at some point to feed off of you again. So what can we do to protect ourselves? So this was the first part about explaining about spirit attachments, what they are, and who is going to experience these types of situations.